Minding our
Welcome to Minding Our Black-owned business, where no business is too small. It's your host for the culture, the man connecting the dots between black entrepreneurs everywhere. It's the Cool Cat. I am Cool Artie, and right now we are in money earning Mount Vernon, talking home of some of the hip hop legends. That's right, we talking the overweight lover, heavy diddly D. Rest in peace. But right now, as always, let's tap in and meet the owner. Come on.
minding our black-owned business. Minding our black-owned business.
Yeah.
What's good, baby? Good to see you, man.
Me too.
Yes, indeed.
Introduce yourself to the people.
My name is JP Reynolds, music artist, creative consultant, creator of Peace and Power Media.
Minding
All right, man. So I got my man JP Reynolds out here in his hometown in Mount Vernon, New York.
Yes.
Born and raised.
Not born, but raised here.
Okay.
For sure. Yeah.
Where did this whole thing start, man? Talk to me.
I was born in Cleveland, Ohio.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you a Cavs fan?
Oh, I'm a LeBron fan.
Okay.
I'm a
Okay.
LeBron
That's fair.
fan.
I'd rather that answer than
I can't like claim a Cavs fan.
Yeah.
You got to be a real Cavs fan. So
I agree.
can't claim.
I agree. So we have JP the artist, the media guy. We have JP. Like, I mean, you wear many hats.
You wear many hats. I wear many headbands.
Many
I wear
headbands. Touche. All right. So let's talk a little bit about your background and how we got to this point.
Yeah.
Was hip hop or artistry itself always your number one passion?
Oh man, yes and no. I mean, I think early in life, sports was actually like my main thing.
Okay. So basketball?
Nah, man, I played basketball since I was like maybe in 4th grade.
Okay.
But baseball was my main passion, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna go to the major leagues.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Oh, he's nice.
I was.
Yeah.
I was.
Okay.
But I ended up actually playing football in college. So I hung up my baseball cleats after high school.
Okay.
But football got me into higher education.
Yeah.
So
That was the gateway.
that was a gateway.
What college did you play for?
I went to Yale.
So you an Ivy Leaguer.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right. So yeah. Okay. Let's keep going. Cause you opening up a few boxes here. Let's go.
I wear many headbands.
Yeah.
There's many headbands to put on. Yeah, I played football, but music the whole time was a foundational kind of force for me.
Yep.
So it helped me form a way to help see the world.
Yep.
From growing up in church, being in choirs, to getting introduced to rap music in Cleveland, but then really getting introduced to rap music when I moved to Mount Vernon.
Yep.
In the mid '90s, when like literally.
It was
got
crazy.
It was crazy out
It
here.
got really crazy.
It got
during
crazy.
that time.
And it was here. Like,
Yeah.
Cats was in the city.
Yeah.
So shooting videos, all of that. Rough Riders, Bad Boy, all of that.
Yep.
So
Heavy D.
I mean, come on.
Pete Rock, CL Smooth.
Yeah, come on. We should run the list.
We can run the list. We can run the
It's
list.
a lot of heavy hitters.
Yeah.
But yeah, music has kind of been a through line the whole time.
Yep.
And I'm not surprised that I'm doing what I'm doing. My mom actually shared with me recently elementary school evaluation reports from music class.
Get out of here.
Like last week.
Really?
Yeah. And she was like, I just wanted to share this with you to let you know, like, hopefully this is affirming because you've always been this way.
Wow.
I'm like, oh, that's crazy.
Wow.
And then it's like, yeah, he's a knack for music. And this is like 1st grade.
Yeah.
And they're like, he has a knack for music. He has a knack for rhythms and cadences. I'm like,
Mhm.
really? I thought it came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
But it did. Apparently it did.
It was just literally growing the whole time
It was.
as you were tapping into all these other avenues
It was.
that allowed you to just come together and put together what you are doing right now.
Yeah.
Did you go to school for music, or like when you were in school? Like what did we graduate with?
So I graduated with a bachelor's in African American studies, had a double major in political science as well. And then I stayed at Yale for divinity school. So I have a master of divinity as well. So,
Okay, so all right.
Yeah.
So
Come on, don't make me blush, bro.
Yo,
You
come
know.
on, fam. Like, listen, man. That's something to be commended. That's something to be spoken about. You know what I mean? Like,
Thank you.
that's
Yeah.
wow.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's been a journey. It's been a ride. It's been a ride.
That's phenomenal. And while we're in college, were we already in the artistry mode, or?
Yeah. So I was I've been a poet really my whole life,
Okay.
or at least since I could write and kind of read.
Yep.
And when I was in college, I was in a spoken word group. I kind of dabbled in recording myself and then, you know, listening to beats, picking beats, recording and mixtape kind of things.
Yep.
And a lot of my academic interests reflected my interest in music.
How so?
So like my senior essay was about the poetics of the civil rights movement. And it was about the relationship between Langston Hughes and Martin Luther King Jr. Because when people didn't know, when I discovered it in my research for the paper, they would send each other letters back and forth. And like Langston Hughes has some poems that he wrote specifically for Martin Luther King to encourage him throughout the movement that like he sent via, you know, telegram. And the same thing with King, right? He would speak in Hughes's poems in his speeches.
That's fire.
And it was a very clear through line over the course of like 10 years between the two. So I was really interested in poetry and how it impacted the social movement, how music impacted the social movement.
Yep.
So a lot of, you know, when I go back and look at my syllabi from undergrad, I'm like, oh nah, I really cared about this.
Yeah.
So it was, you know, I was African American studies, so it was Black music, Black art making, Black poetry. So that's kind of the frame that helped kind of codify how I exist, how I identify with my own artistry.
Peace and power. First of all, let's talk about that a little bit. How did that come about? I'm huge on branding. I'm huge on getting into people's minds about why it happened or why this came about and why you decided to stick and run with it. So it's Peace and Power.
Peace and Power Media is the name of my creation, my entity. There's a music arm and there's a creative arm. Music arm is, you know, it's an artistic hub. I have music collaborators. I have a band. I create music projects, music experiences. I've been on tour. All this is independent. I've crowdfunded everything or partnered with different people to create opportunities. So that's the music side of things. I'm a performer, I'm a writer, I'm a publisher, like, you know, that's what I do, that's my heart. And then because as an independent music artist, I've built skills, graphic design, website editing, pitch deck development, all of that. Just, you know how the hustle go.
Listen, man.
So what that did, developing those skills, was open doors and opportunities for me to provide those services for other people. Underneath Peace and Power Media is also the creative arm, which is creative consultancy. So I have a roster of clients who, you know, retain my services for website development or graphic design, social media consulting, general brand consulting, color palettes and fonts and logos, that type of stuff.
Just how to pretty much take their brand from soil and turn it and blossom into like a flower.
Yeah, in some cases, right? So in some cases I have people who are just starting out, who are entrepreneurs or getting stuff off the ground. And then in other cases, I have some really established kind of renowned public figures who want to take this thing to the next level. So those are people who are speakers who are about to go on a speaking tour or about to, you know, release a book, or entrepreneurs or authors who are just trying to, you know, reframe their narrative. So I'm really grateful and proud to be able to work with someone.
That's dope, man, because what you're doing is creating even within that it's just an ecosystem of different people that you can also rely on for reciprocity as well. Guava.
Oh boy. Wait, can I talk about you asked about the origin of Peace and Power, right?
Yes.
So I want to tell you something I've never told nobody yet.
Listen, man, that's why we're here. So listen, man, that is why we are here. Let's go.
Yeah, so back on AOL Instant Messenger.
Wow.
Right?
Let's go.
Right?
Yes.
I may be showing my age a little bit.
ASL.
Right.
Age, sex, location.
Well, here's the thing. You know how you have like an away message, right?
Yes.
And for whatever reason, people used to always say like peace, like 2 fingers, peace, right? Yep. I was like 2 fingers, 1 fist. Because I'm like, you gotta have a peace with the power.
Yes.
So it used to just be a sign off on AIM, like 2 fingers, 1 fist, peace and power. And I just never, people started associating that with me because it was different.
Yes.
And I added to what people normally were saying. So I just kept saying, I never stopped saying it. And then it was like, well, if I name anything, it's gotta be peace and power. So that's the origin of the joint.
Listen, people.
AOL Instant Messenger.
This is why we do what we do.
Now that's a cool fact.
Cool fact.
Now that's a cool fact.
Tell us what guava is and what it means.
Guava, let me look at the camera.
We're talking right to that one.
Guava is an experience. Guava is a word that you encounter and you just get it. You just understand. It's a vibe, okay? But no, for real, it means something. It's a word that just kind of came to me, if I'm honest. Like
okay.
I was like, I just want to start saying guava. I don't know why. It just came to me. It just dropped in my lap.
But you turned it into an acronym as well, correct?
I did. I had to give it some meaning.
Yes.
You know? So the acronym is Groups Undercounted Arise Very Adept.
Now, tell me what that means to you.
Yeah, it's a call to rise. I do say it comically and kind of like in jest often,
Yep.
but it means something to me because I come from people who historically have been oppressed and who historically have been in positions of disinheritance. This is not a way to glorify being downtrodden or rejected or anything of that nature, but it's definitely a call to remember that sometimes in our histories, we know that people who've experienced oppression also know liberation in a very particular, unique way.
All right, man. So what we're going to do now is we're going to get into your space.
Okay.
And we're going to do it in a very unique way.
Yes.
And when that happens, I need you
Okay.
to thoroughly
Okay.
explain to us how this happened and why we're there.
Copy.
You ready for that?
I got you, bro.
All right, let's make this move.
do it, man.
All right. It's very, very different, very unorthodox, very unique, and I love it.
Yeah.
So right now we are in a kitchen,
We are.
and I mean, and the beauty of it is there's significance behind that.
Absolutely.
And I kind of want to start there.
Mm-hmm.
You have a kitchen tour.
Yes.
Am I saying correctly? Is it a kitchen session tour or talk?
Yes, I have a kitchen sessions tour. So I've been doing kitchen sessions all over the country for 2 months.
I want to talk about that because everybody that's watching right now, they're confused. But I can guarantee that we are going to bring this all into light right now.
Yeah.
How did it start?
I released an album in 2019 called Rap Gumbo.
Okay.
And it was my second kind of project that I put together.
Yep.
And I had the thought, I was like, yo, it'd be really fire if I performed Rap Gumbo in people's kitchens. I was like, this thing, it just kind of connects. It
Okay.
just makes sense to me.
Gumbo, kitchen.
Gumbo and kitchen.
Ingredients, exactly. Okay.
Ingredients,
I'm with you.
My sound is eclectic.
Yep.
And everybody has a space of creation in their home. You know, the kitchen is a space where we are literally creating. Everybody creates in the kitchen, right? So people who aren't artists, people who aren't entrepreneurs, people create meals. We create sustenance. We create food for one another. We commune together. It's a sacred space in everybody's home. So I was like, I like the idea of doing it in the kitchen. So yeah, I ended up doing my first kitchen sessions tour in 2019, and it ran up until the pandemic shut everybody down.
Okay. So what did you do during lockdown?
Oh man, during lockdown, I kind of pivoted. You know, it was hard to kind of keep doing music. I did release an album during lockdown called Stir Crazy. I did a Stir Crazy festival.
Yeah.
I had leaders in different fields come together for conversations on Instagram Live, talk about the moment that we were experiencing with George Floyd, with the pandemic, with the election, with the rising tide of just unrest in our culture. It was a really interesting conversation series that I had. And then I did a podcast, and then, you know, I found my way back to doing music more full time along with my creative consultant business. And I was able to kind of restart or kind of get the kitchen sessions tour back on the road. I've done a series of crowdfunding campaigns to give it a certain level. They can become eligible to host a kitchen session.
Okay.
And I'll keep it open for people who join my email list or people who've been longtime supporters who've shown up in certain ways.
Yeah.
Just to offer the availability to like host a kitchen session.
Yeah.
So I have a hosting portal on my website. People can sign up for a date, time. The idea is that I'm gonna come to your kitchen. I'm gonna rearrange your space to make it a concert venue.
Yep.
I'm coming with lights, I'm coming with sound, I'm coming with, you know, vibes.
Yeah. Big vibes.
Big vibes.
Yeah.
And you just invite your 15, 20, 30, something. You know, I've had 45 people in the kitchen in Jersey, right? You can invite your friends to come through to the kitchen, they buy a ticket, come through for the show, you have a time.
Yo, innovation at its finest, man. Like, I'm all for that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, some people may say, oh, it's weird. It's not weird. It's super authentic. It's super, you know, and one thing about you I've noticed is that it's not, okay, I'm just doing a kitchen session. There's a reason behind it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? There's an emotional attachment. There's a feeling behind what it is that you're actually doing. You have obtained the sponsorship.
Thankfully this time, Kitchen Session 2.0, I've obtained a product sponsorship.
Let's talk about it.
10 to 1 rum.
Yep.
It's black owned rum.
We like
you
that.
Know what I'm saying?
We like that.
Black owned Caribbean rum. The brother, Mark Crazy Pharrell, is the founder. But yeah, folks will come up and, you know, 10 to 1 rum, they provide a product for every session I've done on this tour. I think I was saying Sierra is a co-owner of the brand as well.
Sierra?
Yeah, Sierra. CC.
Oh.
1 2 step CC. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She's a co-owner of the brand.
I'm gonna have to see what the is.
Yeah, and then, you know, they got a dark rum, they got a light rum. And the reason I really love, aside from, you know, the obvious black owned business and supporting, another music artist who's icon almost, right? She's like an icon.
Yep.
Aside from just wanting to support and be a part of what they're building, the story that they're telling around Rum, to me, is similar to the story I'm telling around my infusion into rap and hip hop and music. So what they're doing is they're providing exceptional vibes. They're elevating what Rum is in the spirits world, right? So a lot of times people will think of Rum and think of like daiquiris or pina coladas and sugary drinks and island and things, but not necessarily like a Manhattan or an old fashioned. What they're doing with Rum is they're elevating the concept of what Rum is and how it can be consumed, how it can be approached. This can be sipped alone, right? This could be sipped straight, and there's a sophistication to it as a brand. And for me as an artist, I feel similar. I feel like what I do with my band, there's cohesion. I feel like as a I perform with a band. I come from a background of academic, and I'm a rapper though. So there's an elevation to what I'm doing on stage with the sound and with the content. So for me, it just makes sense to kind of collaborate and partner. And they've been great partners in terms of showing up with the product and being communicative and bringing. And it's good, bro. It's just good.
Oh, I'm gonna test that off for myself. I'm a Rum guy, so I like that. All right, so I'm gonna do something that I do not normally do. Okay. All right, you ready?
Let's see what we doing.
I am going to do some word association with you.
Okay.
I'm gonna say something. I need one word.
Okay.
One word only.
One word only.
In response to what I'm gonna say.
Okay. Let me one. All right, I've got my thinking headband on.
You ready?
Yeah.
Guavamatic Space Dream.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I didn't expect you to go there. You just threw me off, bro. Okay, Lighthouse.
Rap Gumbo.
Eclectic. This is so hard, bro. This is so hard. Okay, I'm still here. Okay.
Rap Gumbo?
Yeah. Fusion.
Okay. Third Crazy.
Orange.
Soul Raps.
Depth.
All right.
Oh man, I did not expect you to do that. I
kind of move on the fly at times.
I'm sitting there thinking like, you say Guavamatic Space Dream. I'm like, there's a flood of words that come in my brain, bro. That's crazy.
So those are your 4 babies.
Those are my 4 babies, man. So far. So far, man.
So those are the projects that have been out, that you have put out. And each one obviously represents a different time, a different emotion, a different space, but always a mutual goal in terms of a body of work. What is next for JP the artist in terms of projects?
So the next project that's coming out is called Peace and Power Planet. It's the first project I'm doing with my band. So since Guavamatic Space Dream, my first project, I've been performing live with my band.
Okay.
That was founded in 2017. And we've been performing songs from different projects and different sets that we put together, different arrangements.
So is this a live album?
It's a live album.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's fully live. And at the kitchen sessions, I do a preview of the album for all the attendees. So folks have been able to hear it before it comes out along the way. But yeah, it's a live album. I'm very proud of it. It sounds phenomenal to me in terms of the sonic quality of it. And it is a representation of what a full show feels like, what it looks like. I'm a stage performer at heart. I love performing with my band. That's my favorite thing to do, is perform with my band. To be able to capture the sound in a recorded project means a lot.
There's an elephant in the room.
Oh yeah.
I've noticed this particular mic stand. It doesn't leave your side.
It does not.
What's the significance? What's the significance behind this?
This is my mic stand. These are elements that I've had at every show. When saxophonists show up to a show, they come with the saxophone, right? When bassist comes to the show, they come with the bass. They got the bass on the back and they got it in the case. When I come to a show, I got my mic stand with me. This is my instrument, right? I play my voice in my body, and the mic stand and the microphone are my tools, my equipment. And to me, I take from a lot of different stage performers that have influenced me. From
such as who?
Tina Turner, R.I.P. Tina Turner. Tina Turner, Jackie Wilson, James Brown, Prince, Freddie Mercury, Janis Joplin, Bob Dylan, like Heavy D. And a lot of those artists use mic stands, and they use them to center themselves with a big magnetic energy that was expansive and vast. To me, I move with it in a similar way. And then I added some things that hang from the mic stand.
I see that. What we got going on?
So you mentioned Guavamatic Space Dream, my first album, my first project. This book was an artifact that we created for the artistic direction of Problematic Space Dream. And I say we, my man Zilla, my artistic director.
Yeah.
We created this as an artifact. It's a book that contains like hieroglyphs, typography that we created that was in association with that first project. So there's lyrics on this first project in there that's kind of like artistic renderings of like what we imagine our ancestors like dropped on us from Peace and Power Planet. And then I got the tambourine too. We added that a few years after I started performing with the band. It's an homage to my root, my musical root, the Black church. You know, it's a tambourine. We know I come from Black Southern people, and the tambourine is a force.
Listen, man, we appreciate you.
Yeah.
We appreciate your time.
Thank you, man.
Thank you for coming through, blessing us with these gems, and just allowing us to enter your world in this particular space.
In the kitchen.
Yeah, in the kitchen. Listen, man.
It's literally plate. They can't see it, but there's like plates. There's a refrigerator back here. I'm gonna perform in front of the stove, between the stove and the refrigerator. This is real. Like,
I love this.
Yeah, man.
I love this. Welcome back to Minds in Our Black-Owned Business. Right now, we're gonna play a game I created called Talk Black to Me. Obviously, it's a play on the phrase "Talk Back to Me," but you know, around here we gotta keep it black. JP, are you ready?
I think so.
So there's 30 seconds on the clock. We have 10 questions.
Okay.
First thing that comes to your mind, we're gonna get right into it.
Oh boy.
All right.
Okay.
I'm black and I'm
Proud.
Name 3 classic black sitcoms.
Living Single, Family Matters, First Principle.
Sweet potato pie, peach cobbler.
Sweet potato pie.
Name one movie with the word black in it. Blackula.
Why did I go there?
Finish this phrase. My black is beautiful. Hip hop or R&B? Hip hop and all right. If you could remove one thing from black culture, what would it be?
Come on, bro. Materialism.
Okay. Name one song with the word black in it.
Black, my buddy.
Cocoa butter or shea butter?
Shea butter.
All right. Name one thing that black culture has influenced. Everything. Talk black to me. I know the vibes. Once again, I'm Cool Artie.
I'm JP Reynolds.
And you're watching Minding Our Black-Owned Business. No business too small.
At all.
At all.
Minding minding our black-owned business.
Oh, that's cool. This has been a Cool Media production.